Hi everyone and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see the built-in exceptions and exception handling in Python. Observe the built-in exceptions. An exception is an event which occurs during the execution of the program and it disrupts the normal flow of the program. Means it terminates the program abnormally. And these are all the built-in exceptions in Python. Zero division error obtained when you divide with 0. Type error if you are performing on invalid types. Name error, which is nothing but if you are using a variable which is not declared earlier. Index error means if you are going to access element which is out of index. And the value error, which means you specified correct argument but the value of that argument is not correct, because int of string of 10 can be valid, int of string of a is invalid. Like this, these are all the built-in exceptions available in Python. Now observe how to handle these exceptions. Exception handling is used to terminate our program smoothly, which is nothing but whenever an exception happened, we will handle that and we will close our resources smoothly. See, this is a try block. Here we will write the actual code. Whatever the exception raised in this block will be handled by the except block. Now here we will get the exception details. What is the exception occurred? And finally, this block will always get executed, and generally it is used to resource cleaning, which is nothing but whatever the pending resources, we will clean them all. Now observe the points to be remembered. If an exception is raised, matching exception block will be executed. For example, if zero division error occurred, then zero division error block will be called. If index will be out of bound, then index out of bound error will be called. Like this, if an exception is raised, matching exception block will be executed. If there is no matching block, then in that case default exception block will be executed. If an exception is raised and in our code we are not having any matching blocks, any default exception block, in that case our code will terminate abnormally. And see this, if an exception raised inside the method and if it is not handled inside the method, then that exception will be propagated to the function call, to the caller who called that function. And finally block will always get executed irrespective of whether exception is raised or not. And default exception block should be defined at last. If you not follow this rule, then you will get the error. Okay, default exception block should be at last only. Observe the examples. You need to trace a code just like an interpreter. The code will start from here, print of 1 of 0. Here you will get a division by 0 exception. In that case, the control will go here and exception will be handled. You will get as some exception raised as a message. And after the exception has handled, the control will not go here because this is not the function call. This is exception handling. Once the exception is raised, this will be handled and then the finally block will be executed, which is closing the resources and end of the program. So the output of this code will be some exception will be raised, closing the resources and end of the program. This is the output of example 1. See this code here. Here print 1 by 0. You will get the exception here. Once you got the exception, as you can observe here, the default exception block is written first. In this case, our code will give the error because here default exception block is provided at the last. Here the default exception block is provided at the beginning. We need to note a point that default exception block should be provided at last only. So this code will not execute, we will get the error. I am writing here error. Now observe another example. Here the code execution will be start. I am taking a list 1. The indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now observe list 2 equal to function of list 1 comma 4. If you call this, the control will go here because the function call has happened. Input list is holding 5 values and index we are passing as a 4. Now in this case, output list equal to 0 into length of input list, which is nothing but output list will hold 5 zeros, right? Now observe, output list of index is nothing but 4 here, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are indexes. Output list of 4 is nothing but input list of index. Input list of 4 is how much? 8, right? 8 divided by input list of index plus 1, which is nothing but input list of 5. We are going out of index, right? In this case, what will happen? Index out of bound, exception will be raised. Now observe, is there any exception to handle that? Now observe, here the exception is raised. There is no exception called index out of bound. So this will not be called. This will not able to handle. So final block will be printed, end of the function will be printed, and inside the method the exception is not handled. So that exception will be propagated to the function caller. Here we will get index error, right? So what we will write? Invalid index, and finally the end of the program. So the output of this code will be end of the function, invalid index, and end of the program. In this way you need to trace the code. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe.